All right, and we are good to go. I actually forgot to open up my drink, but that's all right. Hello everybody. Welcome back. We're a bit late this time, and apologies for that. If I actually fully knew what today's episode was going to be, because now I saw the title for the first time right now while I was setting up. Uh, if I knew what the title was going to be, I would have gladly been here exactly on time. But I was exhausted and everything. Because as of yesterday, I am a whole ass year older. Isn't that weird? I mean, last reaction, I'm a year younger, and now a week passes and I'm a year older. I think I'm lying about my own age. Um, but yeah, had that whole thing happen yesterday. Pretty hectic of a day, but still overall very enjoyable. Um, and obviously, I wanted to take a lot of like time with that to just more so celebrate than focusing too much on this. As much as I did want to get to this immediately, it wasn't the immediate priority, of course. That said, yeah, again, if I knew what today was going to be based on the episode title, fuck, right? That I would have gladly done this sooner because none of the Twitter preview images used what I'm going to assume they showed here. Uh, so it is a little shocking because a lot of the time I will grab that sort of thing from the images on Twitter, right? It's the easiest way to get the highest quality. You just get it from the source of the actual ReZero Twitter account. That's how I do it. It's how I make the thumbnails so quickly. It's that simple. Um, but yeah, I might not be doing that this time because I think this episode is going to include exactly what I'm hoping for. And I'm very excited for that. So you know what? I'm glad that I get to follow up my birthday with this episode. This is probably going to be a really big one. Oh, I'm so excited. Anyways, we might as well just get set up here. Why not? Uh, that was loud for me, but thankfully it's coming through the computer, so that couldn't be heard. Uh, Specifically, more so what I mean is the Furred Shop theme from Deltarune, because I actually have that as a wallpaper sort of thing. Anyways, all set up here, good to go. Let's just let's just do this. Let's just get into it. So, put my mouse here. And I think I should be able to just hit pause and it'll play. With that said, uh, making sure I'm timed in. Yep. All right. Three, two, one. Let's go. Perfect. Oh, I do want to turn it up a little bit. So, oof. See, okay. So something I'm actually gonna point out right off the bat. I knew that this stuff was potentially going to be in here because I guess again based off the title, I guess this would have to be the first thing, but I wasn't sure how far they were gonna go in a sense because going off the Twitter previews, it was hard to tell. I'm actually open up that drink I was talking about. Mm. It is funny for them to like, yeah, it is funny for them to bring that up because like none of them are necessarily like Raid where it's like he's a dude. He's just completely human man, nothing extreme to him. I mean extreme in the sense that he's really strong, but not in the sense that like, oh yeah, his actual, you know, see, even as a kid that points out. I double checking my phone for a second. I forgot to set up another idle play run. See, I don't like when they put the skip intro button there sometimes because it's just like because like the obvious thing with this is the opening credits made it clear there was no opening, so it's like Yeah, so I did know based off the images that this conversation was here. I actually like this conversation a lot in the novel. Um, but I knew it was going to be here based off those images. I am surprised by the other pictures they chose because this makes sense, right? This is such a pivotal conversation between the two of them. But the other few images feel a little bit strange considering. Then again, I don't know how far this episode's going to go. Also, yeah, that's the quote. That's the quote from the scene that I love. Yeah, actually, the other images might be showing something that I didn't consider, depending on how far this goes. So, you know what? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yep. And I love how this puts the spin on what we had seen earlier of him forgetting everything and then having that conversation with Julius, but pretending that he didn't, right? Pretending that he didn't forget everything made it a little bit worse between the two of them versus this where he's blunt about it, but then he brings that up of I don't remember you losing. So, and it's so good. It's such a good parallel to that scene. Because everything about it's the opposite, and it's like, oh man. It's there's so much about that that I love. Mm. And there you go again. Okay, so yeah, yeah, if we're only 5 minutes in. Yeah, okay, I think the other pictures I saw on Twitter are what I think. And, actually acting like a kid now, which is nice. I think every other image is going to be exactly what I think. Hmm. Okay, so the obvious thing, and I could see it in I should probably just like mention off the bat because I could see it in the thumbnail. So very clearly this episode has the Hall of Memories. Um so I knew damn well, I mean even prior to this, I knew damn well this was probably the next thing gonna get that was gonna be covered is the Hall of Memories. Um but oh boy, it's gonna be interesting to actually see it. We've only seen it in the opening so far, which is kind of fun. This is gonna be the first time to properly see it. Outside of the trailer they dropped, which I did not watch. I actually did not watch the Core 2 trailer. Alright, here it comes. I did fail to much like a lot of this, I failed to consider that this episode was going to have one of my favorite moments as well with what's coming up. because Volume 4 is a lot of back to back with that. There's a lot of really good to like. I mean, I've said this before. I've said that Arc 6 is just a incline like upwards that just feels like it never reaches, a point where it pivots down. Um, but but yeah, I failed to consider that we're just gonna constantly keep going into it. This is still one of the coolest twists about Arc 6. The idea that this is what, like, the understanding of, here you go. Now you get it. Now you finally understand everything that happened. This alone tells you enough. There it is. Hi, Louis. Hi, Louis. And Louis in her proper outfit as well. Yeah. And that's, that's the actual arc name and everything. This moment's so cool in the novel. It's such a, like, oh, I've forgotten how early they explain something in regards to this, so I'm gonna hold off for now. But there is something really cool. I know there's details I'm not allowed to mention full stop with Arc 6, but I mean realistically, yeah, what is it? Yeah, like 10 minutes? Oh yeah. Yeah, the other Twitter images I saw. The other Twitter images I saw, I know exactly what they are. Yeah, this is such a good, like, twist to it, because of course, right? You realize in that moment, of course, like that, no shit, he lost his memories, so there's only one natural thing. And then you realize, oh wait, but if that's the case, that means they have knowledge. Oh, also the voice acting, that is great. Ooh, I like that effect. That Capella ass effect, that was really good. Oh. Oh my god, that's clever because it's. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just saying it's clever. I'm just saying that's really clever directing. Hmm. Which is like, it is an interesting way to, with the Hall of Memories, it's interesting to describe that sort of like reincarnation sort of thing as is. right? The concept of something like that and just how that has existed in general and playing into that, it's like, the most blunt answer possible. And then also, yep, yeah, it's the exact Twitter image I fought, or like the one with Shaola I fought. Here we go. So they're gonna actually show. Hmm, very cool visual for it. And then yeah, this is where the Twitter screenshot I saw was of, right. The the arms crossed there is real fucking good. That is Gurn ass shit. Which is funny because I don't know if they helped for Arc 6, but I know Trigger actually helped a bit for Arc 5, at least for the first episode. Hmm. God, it's so good. This also tells you a little bit for what had happened with some of those failed loops, and it is great. There you are. There you are. Yeah. So, oh my god, and that the grinding of the teeth. Man, now I'm like, I really am disappointed I didn't get to watch this right off rip. But I was fucking exhausted. Thinking about it, I'm like considering future like episodes like after this week, and I'm like, I think I potentially already know some of the stuff with like next week's and everything, which is gonna be interesting. But and it also this is something else I was gonna mention. This it makes sense that this is such a very specific like experience to them, right? Where having someone who has all this knowledge and capable of coming back and having more there and whatever it may be is like essentially it's a like buffet for them, right? It's a lot. Wow, the way they drew her there just to essentially like bring up the fact that strangling her. But it's like, this is one of the aspects of Arc 6 that I love a lot. Like, displaying this whole sort of thing of, like, how gluttony would affect Subaru himself specifically, and then also going into the Hall of Memories as a whole, right? But then, yeah. Hmm. The change in the voice is crazy. Holy shit. That's that's actually really cool. The idea that she's actually like playing up the voice to like full on sound like a kid and then dials it back here. It's like, oh. Ironically, I brought up like Capella earlier, and that's what it feels like. It's very similar to when she was talking normally, and then she would get pissed, and you could tell there's a very distinct difference. Also, oh, like the ripping of the hair. God, this scene, both like novel and here, it's so damn good. It feels so unnerving because it's someone that essentially has the full grasp on him, right? And has not great intentions at all. Like same with Echidna, but Echidna hides it behind a veil of like seeing like someone's sincere, right? Seeing like someone or seeming, sorry, like someone that uh properly cares about him. But this being a person that just is explicitly bad in all regards, it's like, yeah, it's pretty damn good. Hmm. It is wild they did not like preview anything for this stuff. Not the Hall of Memories, and not the scene that I assume is coming up. Like they focused on keeping it as simple as possible, and that's kind of wild. Hmm. There's so many scenes I can't wait to see animated with like the coming episodes. It's gonna be so good. I'm trying to think. It'll take till I want to say early October that it finishes. I mean, potentially end of September, but I think early October. I want to say. Hmm. And it's getting louder and louder, and I bet to conflict that. But the way to oppose that here. Yep, you can hear the footsteps. Here we go. It's time to stand up. It's time. Oh my god, and the fact that it's invisible. Oh my god, the fact that she's completely invisible because of the scenario. Let's hear it. It's been a bit since we heard this voice normally. It's been a bit since we heard it. This I love too. This is what I love too. Louis is legitimately freaked the fuck out. She's like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Right? It's been a bit since we heard you normally. Let's hear it. Come on. Because I mean, last time we heard this voice, it was an interesting take on it, but it made sense considering. That's a really good shot. Yeah, I really was excited to hear her shout it. Back when I read this chapter, I was excited to hear her shout it. Because like you don't need the cutesy sort of voice to it. It's her trying to be strict. It's her trying to. Hmm. I remember I had a friend that was asking me like, "Hey, why is that like the light novel illustration of this I had actually put as my profile pic for a while. And I had a friend who like asked like, "Hey, why is it like black and white there, like looking like a light novel illustration?" And I was just like, well, I was like, I don't want to say anything. Oh, it's so good. Hmm. Again, I love that this freaks Louis the fuck out. She's like, "Why the fuck is this happening?" Right? Uh, and like both as just like encouragement to himself via memories and everything, but also via her with what they mention with the Hall of Memories. It makes sense, right, to have this. Oh, that's a really good shot as well. Ooh, that's really nice. And even showing the stars and everything. That's great. And I think now, oh, that's so good. Hmm. Again, just being completely thrown off. Mm. And then, of course, absolutely frustrating her. Oh my god, the holy shit. Just oof. Oh, and they're still doing it here, damn. Yeah, this is so damn good. I know it is essentially like how it is in the novel, but I do love how the hall looks here. It's so damn good. I am curious to see if we're getting a skipped outro here, potentially. I actually thought stand up was going to be the final scene, but I guess not. I mean, it makes sense to obviously include this in there, but yeah, just everything about it. I love like the chapters related to this, and then as a result, this as well is like it's so damn good. There's the illustration. I don't know why I said it like that, but yeah, there's the illustration in the light novel that she does with her hands and everything. Actually, I might be thinking of no, I think that's the illustration here. Hmm. Oh, we are skipping the outro. Okay. I'm curious as to how far this goes. Hmm. And then yeah, completely throwing a tantrum. Mm. Oh, the way they show that effect is cool. Mm. And now we're gonna go into one of the most interesting sections of the fourth volume in terms of what goes on throughout it. That is a really good shot of him. Mm. And then, of course, talking to her. And even, yeah, having the letter in there, just like it. Oh. I figured it wasn't over because, again, skipped outro, but. Oh. I don't remember seeing some of that. Also, fucking, like, full power Frieza ass. Yeah, I don't remember this at all. This might have been light novel only. Oh, that does actually. You know what? Fair enough. I failed to consider. Also, yeah. Again, it's weird. Maybe my own memory is like hazy for the past two episodes, but I genuinely I don't remember some of these aspects in here. But it's interesting that they do preview that there because that's relevant. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. That actually, you know what? That puts a different spin on it than I actually had fully realized. That makes a lot more sense. Especially now and everything. Like, oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay. That was really fucking good. That was great. I'm glad that this is the episode that gets to follow my birthday. That's perfect. Um, yeah. Not, I mean, there's not much to say really. It is just really damn good. And again, I'm so shocked by the fact that I kind of want to go on Twitter to just see if I can actually like find the images they used outright. Yeah, they used an image. They used an image of Beatrice, the conversation with Julius, Shaula, and then a picture of Amelia very clearly fighting Lie. But like the picture of Beatrice is from the start. It's the conversation with Julius. The shallow one is like her like doing the infinite hell snipe. And then yeah, there's like I said that Amelia one, but it's like interesting that they didn't include any of that though. Again, I guess they wanted to keep it generally spoiler free, but it is a bit shocking when like I feel like to an extent they haven't fully done. No, I guess they've done that before where they don't really show too much, but it is a little shocking to not show some of that in that. Like Subaru in the Hall of Memories, for example. People don't know what the fuck that is. That might be anime only. So realistically, they don't know what they're seeing there. So in a sense, I think there's more that could be included with that. But yeah, I probably actually I'm probably not gonna grab the image off uh Twitter. I think I'll probably actually look for a snippet of the stand up shot, or I'll just get it myself. I could just easily do that. Still, really damn good. I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm blindingly white right now. But I already was as is. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. Stand up is like one of my favorite chapters of Arc 6. And the funniest part is most of my favorite chapters come from the fifth volume. But like this is a huge favorite in there, much like some of the stuff with Arc Free with the final loop, I would argue. Uh, and the for like what was equivalent to like the third episode for this, right? For Arc 6 here. But like the in the first volume it's like 10 chapters in or something like that. That's a really good moment. Like there's a lot of stuff throughout this arc that's like absolutely some of my favorite like chapter entries into it. But stand up and some stuff that's going to happen later, potentially the next episode, because I would not be shocked if the next episode or the one after ends this volume. I feel like it really might be the next episode. There's not too much. Okay. It's crazy to say this because some people are going to misunderstand me and be like, "What?" Um, there's actually not too much left for this volume. I know that sounds insane, because it's like, wait, so the volume started essentially with the previous episode and we're already almost done? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's how a lot of this works. The third episode of the season ended the first volume, and I know that's the first volume, so that's its own thing. That's that, and this is something else. Haha. um, but yeah, I mean, there's not much left of like the fourth volume to cover, so I actually expect the next episode might finish it off. And if it does, I think the next episode will also have another favorite chapter of mine from this arc because it's so fucking good, and I can't wait to see that scene. I hope it's next. It's gonna be awesome. If it's next. If not, it'll be the week after. But if it's next week, awesome. We get to do this back to back, and then we're probably on to the fifth volume, and that. Oh boy, the fifth volume's got a whole lot of stuff to it that's really damn great. It's so good. With that said, there's not much else to say. This was really damn nice. I enjoyed this a lot. And yeah, I think I will end things off here. Despite how pretty decently late it is into the afternoon, I have yet to have lunch, so I am pretty hungry right now, and I'm going to end it off like that. Again, I said I was exhausted. I conked out for some time, and then I, woke up and I was like, okay, let me, do what I need to do, all this, whatever it may be, and then I could sit my ass down and, you know. But that said, we're gonna end it off here. So, thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a great day. I am excited for next week. We will be back next week. Hopefully immediately on time. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna be it. So, as I already said, take care. Have yourselves a great day. Stay safe, and I will see you all with the next one. Farewell, peeps.